Phil Ivey following in with the fours.
I'm not going to raise friends. We're all going to get in friendly now. Mike's a friend of mine.
This one's going to be four-handed.
Paul Kemsley, PK'd with a 9-8 offsuit.
Look at that.
That's a pretty good flop for the 8-9.
That's a real good flop. He's got overcards plus the straight draw.
The best hand right now is Phil Ivey with the 2 fours.
Phil Ivey's still in the lead here.
5 would be a good card for Paul Kemsley. He'd make a straight and so would Phil, but Paul would have the bigger one.
Yeah, a 5 really would be the action card. And there it is.
Wow, what a card for Paul.
Oh, this is insane. Phil Ivey's got the straight. He's hit his gut shot, but Kemsley's got the nuts.
And if you are going to be giving any action to anyone around this table at the moment, it's either going to be Paul Kemsley or Mike Matusow, and in this case, it's Paul Kemsley that's made the straight. Well, a call from Phil, who thought it's going to probably be a split pot here. It's not. It's a nice pot for PK.
You got to hand it to Phil Ivey for just smooth calling that, not raising it back.
Yes, exactly.
6 to play. Pass.
It's been called in first position by Eric Seidel. And there he is, ace queen of diamonds.
Pass.
Gus with pocket fours.
Pass.
Phil's in there with a 7-3 of clubs, ever the creative player. PK's in there with ace-jack. And by that splash of red in front of PK, we can see that he's actually raised it up. Eric's in the pot. He's not releasing his ace-queen. It's almost like he's consoling Tony G.
Should be. This is just getting good now.
They make a sweet couple.
Good TV now. I'm gonna miss out on the group.
I don't know if I'd use the word sweet.
Now, if you're in Gus Hansen's spot now, with Paul Kemsley and Eric Seidel in there, do you take one off to see a flop with pocket fours?
Depends just how much it is.
And he's going to call. Phil, obviously, not going to call with the 7-3 of clubs. And we're going to see this 3 ways to the flop. Pot is already $20,000 pre-flop.
Yeah, it's ace-queen for Eric, ace-jack for Paul, and pocket fours for Gus Hansen. Well, the fours are good.
You wonder if Kemsley can fire again. Can he take it down? Representing,
Well, yeah,
say, ace-king.
with the worst hand, as it happens.
11, 11:30. 40 minutes left. Wow.
6,000.
6,000.
We're 6,000 into a 20,000 pot.
Pass.
It's very hard for either of these two boys to call it. Eric's gone.
Every hand I play in poker, online, live, tournament, no matter, I mean, how big a favorite I am, it's just mind-blowing.
Gus has been watching Paul play. It's only a better 6,000 into 20 plus. But it's still too much for him. And Paul takes that one down with the worst hand.
Well, you talk about the pre-flop aggression of Paul Kemsley. Really pays off there. He takes the betting lead. And when everybody else misses, he takes it away.
4 hours.
Never want to let position bother him too much.
It's like getting robbed.
Re-raise.
It's like you're getting robbed.
A raise from Gus, re-raise from Paul Kemsley.
Called the 5.
Paul Kemsley obviously not playing his cards.
Wow, well, Mike's called with the ace-jack of hearts.
Pass.
That's actually got Paul pretty crushed.
Pass. Pass. 28.
A raise of 2,800 to Gus.
King, queen offsuit looks pretty ugly right now, doesn't it?
And I'm going to play with my buddies.
It does, but he's not afraid to call the extra 2,800. He's put 22 in there.
Well, he wants to play with his buddies, as he says.
Let's see if the flop brings something for him.
3. 9. 4.
Well, that's a flush draw for Mike Matusow.
It's a big flop for Matusow, but Kemsley's actually outflopped them both. He's got a pair of 4s.
10. 10,000.
They get no results. They haven't got a guy.
Well, Mike's looking for a hand to gamble. He's only got 44,000.
The guy busted out.
I'm all in.
I mean,
And look at this, he's going to move all in here. Now, normally when you have overcards and a flush draw, you have 15 outs, but in this case, the jack is no good. So Matusow is down to 12 outs. Can Paul call this with just a pair of 4s? I mean, can you correctly put Matusow on a flush draw and call him and gamble it up here?
Well, Paul might not even try and read his opponent. He might just decide my 4s are good enough. Let's gamble, baby.
32,000.
Well, you know, PK's got the gamble in him.
You know what? Only on the basis you ain't lucky. Cool.
He says cool. He's right on the basis you're not lucky. It's a pretty well a coin toss.
Gambling? That's not really gambling.
Better than me.
Oh, that's just a slap in the face. You're not lucky. I'm going to call you.
I mean, anyway.
And it is a coin toss.
It's not actually, but that's a good card you got against him. The jack's kind of pretty big for you.
Jack 4.
Yeah, he had like.
Matusow's got 12 outs here. He needs an ace
Kick
or a
counting.
heart.
That's a big call.
It's about a
You're
57-43.
gonna win this one.
57% favorite for Kelmsley here.
Deal the hand.
5.
Turns no help here. A deuce will give him a wheel.
5.
No help there, and PK's going to take it down. A $96,000 pot, and Mike the Mouth Matusow goes broke again.
That's a great call.